There are no wrong or right steps in life. Each and every single one of us are doing exactly what was set out for us to do. No matter the display, it all leads us to the same end road. The only difference between us is how deeply we are able to learn ourselves and embrace the bigger purpose of this journey we call life. To live our lives with intention, or to choose to remain blind to the magnitude of the power we hold within us and the impact this has on shaping the world outside of us. We are the tie, the strand that links us to everything, everywhere, at all times, and all at once. The vessel, created to process and interpret the universal flow of energy that we draw in and project out via a unique mashup of frequencies which we generate each time we walk throughout this journey we call life. If energy were to remain in its true form, it would never be capable of expansion, because energy in its truest state has no sensory system at all. When we can go back to understanding this very part of our design, we are then able to understand the purpose we have within this reality's sensory experience. Each vessel has a threshold to how much information it will be capable of processing within the form it arrived into. The vessel is the vehicle that drives the energy around in order for it to experience through its ability to sense in all different ways. The sensory system is the tower that sends feedback to the whole of source energy, and that entails each and every seen and unseen form of dimensional life. It happens so naturally that many will never blink an eye in this direction to even see this deeper reasoning behind the process. Some of us tap back into the infinite layers of progression we have already gone through within our own unique stream of energy, to reach further into the source evolution that is taking place always. It is because we are not separate to source. This search to understand life, to understand the vastness and what is actually out there, it does not matter the display of life. It still comes back to this one truth. That source energy runs through every single life form out there. It is the embodiment that we each carry within us, cultivated through different perceptions and interpretations of what it experiences upon its walk through this reality. Comparisons of life form intelligence becomes null and void in all areas of frequencies, because source is perfectly structured for each and every single life form that comes to exist. Each one has been designed to do exactly what it was crafted to do, to process and interpret, and finally project back out. Contrast of interpretation. This is the feedback that is sent to source energy, and source sends back the energy needed in order to layer upon itself exactly where the expansion needs to take place within every single life form. Expansion and evolution is infinite, but it can't evolve past the point of its current design, and at the same time it is also continuously expanding within every moment of motion. It grows wiser and becomes more adaptable to upgrade itself. Because each time this happens, we are able to replicate and layer upon our previous point of creation or manifestation. The intelligence never actually regresses, even if it may seem that way, because the one source energy is building it all. The one source energy will forever hold the original blueprint, and every single design after that will always be structured around its original design. We continuously reach a little further with every build, until we reach our vessel's limit, and its ability to survive anything more within its current state of form must be wiped and rebuilt again. Every life form will experience enough contrast that it was designed to take in and be interpreted. This is how we evolve into other forms of life that can withstand new levels of frequencies. We craft evolution itself through our layers upon layers of uniquely experienced interpretations of existences, through all the endless forms of life that take place within us and also outside of us. I am shown it like underwater pressure force, or the pressure that high altitudes place on the physical body. We must equalize the energy for our next phase of evolution to take place. This is where balance needs to be understood. Tuning in and listening to our vessel is where we need tweaking, because without the vessel, we cannot experience energy any differently to what it is in its original form. Source is always shaping and shifting. The vessel must evolve. Like building a new spacecraft, it can travel faster through the multitude of different pressures and gravity and forces that evolution of energy vibration also bring with it. This world, this universe, the galaxies and dimensions all continue to be reset. It goes through its cycle until it reaches its full intake capacity and it becomes a splitting point. The point of pressure that is so great that it bursts and creates a replication of another form of itself. Yet this replication is capable to withstand just a little more than the previous version. It all begins again from square one, but through this new and improved vessel system that can now withstand and handle the expanded frequencies which it grew in its previous state of form. When it reaches the ultimate point of capacity, again it explodes, and again the next new and improved system comes into play. Layer upon layer, this never ends, no matter the lives or what we believe is taking place. The cycle of phasing out outdated systems will always come about when full capacity intake is reached, and it will split in order to rebuild upon itself. This is how Source becomes more intelligent and expands on itself. We are all Source, working for Source, learning ourselves and in turn expanding the infinite depth of us. It is awakened senses to the energy that flows throughout the whole universe. It connects you to the one true source that moves throughout all of us. It is always calling you. It is always trying to lead you back to the truth of all that you are, to the light and the love that is completely you. It has always been about you. You hold the power to alter the energies playing out around you. It only takes your commitment and dedication to raising your own internal vibration, to let go of all the fear of what's to come and surrender to the contrasts of this life's journey. Embrace this process and flow with it. Grow your goodness and allow it to reflect back into your world. Because everything about this reality is a mirror reflection of the energy state you seek, an offering of insight to where you can step it up and reach into endless layers of potential within you. We are the void that keeps swallowing itself in order to replicate upon itself, the hum that plays from the same vibration that expands on the distance, the height and the depths. That each replication and duplication creates a uniquely sounding variation of where it originally took place. From the one source, the void and the vastness, the beginning and the end that has no start and no stop. It keeps replicating until it all seems so different, but in truth, it all comes back to one whole consciousness for us all. I am is all one ever needs to realize in order to find peace for it all. I am Source. I have always been and always will be. Life and death means nothing. Time and space means nothing. Light and dark means nothing. Because I am Source, and I am the point of it all.